Hey everybody, it's Saturday morning. That means it's time for some more OD&D solo play. Our party has gotten into the jungle. They're on their expedition to find this lost city. Last session, they killed a giant snake. They found a town just outside of the jungle, one day's ride away about. So let's see what they get into today. I'm Tristan. This is Heroes and Homebrew. Okay, so this is our party. That's where they finished off last session when they killed that giant snake in one shot. It was pretty awesome. They critted on two sixes, did max damage, killed the snake. So because you can see there's the next hex, regardless of which direction if they go southeast or northeast, next hex they have a river, they have mountains and jungle. So right now for things that are like mountains and jungles in the same hex, they're only going to be allowed to move one hex per day. So it's much more of a slog through the wilderness. So I think they're going to go. I think they're going to go to the southeast. So they're going to try and head into that hex there. We're going to roll to see if they get lost. So on a 1 to 3, they're going to be lost and they're going to have to move in a random direction. So 1. Great. Okay, so we're going to be moving in a random direction. We're going to say, starting clockwise at the top here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I think 5 and 6 are going to be re-rolls because they're going to know if they're heading. Well, maybe they can get turned around and head back out of the jungle. They'll come to the edge of the jungle and be like, crap, we went the wrong way. All right, so let's roll a d6, see which direction they go in randomly. 5. So they're going to go this direction randomly. So they wake up in the morning, they pack their stuff. They can't really see the sun because of the canopy over top of them. And they start walking, thinking they're going in the right direction, end up breaking through the trees, and they're back out into the open again. And that's going to be it for that one day of travel. So but they ended up in the open. So roll for an encounter on a 6, nothing. Okay, good. So they can stop there, mark off their rations. One day of travel. Go to our calendar here. Got lost. All right. So they camp for the day, or for the night. Say, we'll try again tomorrow. This time they're not gonna get lost because they know what direction they came in. They're right in the clearing. They can see the jungle, so they know they need to go back into the jungle. Actually, I'm gonna roll a d6. On a 1, they do not go back into the same hex that they were in. 6. Okay, so they're fine. They can go back into the same hex. And then they're going to be stopped there because it's jungle and swamp. So that's going to use up all their movement. We're going to roll, I think it's 3 to 6 for an encounter in the jungle. I'm using white box because it actually has jungle for encounters in here. 1 to 3. It's 1 to 3 for an encounter. They rolled a 5, so they're good. They can stop for the night. The next day, they're going to start again. All right. So a 1 to 3, they get lost, and we do this all over again. 6, they're fine. So they're going to go to the south. Remember, they're only going to be able to move this one hex. But let's see if they find anything. I'm going to say on a 1 to 2, they find something like ruins or a dungeon or anything. It's a 3, so they found nothing. An encounter on a 4 to 6. 2, no encounters. They do manage to replenish their water supply because there's a river there. Even if probably there's bacteria in the river, what have you, they can still boil it, so they do manage to replenish their water, which is good. And then they're getting pretty close. If they go south, they're 1 day away from the rumored location. So when we get there, we're gonna roll to see if that's the actual location or if they're gonna have to keep exploring. They're gonna roll to get lost. On a 1 to 3, they get lost. 3. Again, we're gonna go clockwise. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2. Okay, so not too bad. They're going in the right direction, but it's not ideal. They're going into worse terrain than they would have if they had gone south. So now they're in jungle and mountain. Let's roll for an encounter. 4 to 6. A 1. Again, no encounters. Do they find anything? A 1 to 2. They find something. 6, nothing. So they're just bashing through these woods, constantly hacking at the trees, like looking out for danger all around them, and just slogging through this hot, humid, gross feeling jungle. But they finally managed to lay down for the night, have something to eat. That was 2 days. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Because I forgot to mark the last one. And these 2 days, there was nothing going on. Nothing happened. Thank God. All right, the next morning, we're going to roll to get lost. A 1 to 3. A 1, they get lost again. Okay, so clockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, they're going back into that previous hex. Again, and they're just getting turned around. All right, let's roll for an encounter on a 4 to 6. 3, there's nothing. On a 1 to 2, they find something that they didn't see before. A 1, okay, they found something at least. They've discovered something. That's promising. All right, let's go to our manual of dexterity, which has a little coffee stain on it. Roll a d8. A 1, so they find a landmark. d20. 12. Oh, they found a burial mound. Graves / burial mound or sign. All right, let's see. Roll a d20 for this trait. Abundant wildlife. Interesting. Okay. And then a d6 to see the degree of abundant wildlife. 5, moderate. Okay, so there's lots of it's probably this huge sort of overgrown mound. It's probably mistaken for a hill at first, but in between the vines and growth and dirt cover growing over it, they can see carved stones that indicates that it's actually something that's been built up. I think we're going to say that this, maybe we'll roll to see if we can find an entrance to this. Maybe they can go in and find something. All right, is it inhabited? Let's roll a d10. 7, small group. Roll a d8. 2, humanoids. All right, small group of humanoids. We're going to go into... let's go for the actual OD&D book for humanoids. It's just men, which is not necessarily humanoids, right? All right, so we'll use white box. Humanoid. Okay, we're going to say it's in the swamp, obviously. A d8. 5, lizard men. Oh, cool. All right. I can get down with this. This is going to be pretty fun. I don't know that... Okay, we have lizard men in there. Let's see if we have lizard men in the monsters book. I don't think we do. I could be wrong. We do not. So you know what? I'm going to use the number appearing from... Alright, you know what? I'll use the number appearing from goblins and kobolds. So it's 40 to 400. We're going to do 4d10 times 10. 4, 6, 4, 6, 7, 9 times 10. That's 90 lizard men. Good lord. Alright, so I think they kind of stumbled upon this sort of mound, and they see a lot of lizard men. Maybe there's like a procession. Maybe it's a lizard men funeral. Do they see an entrance to it? Is there like a lizard men going in and out of a doorway into this thing? I'm gonna say black is no, white is yes, whichever's higher. So is there a doorway? Yes, there is. Okay, so we're gonna mark that on here. We'll put this. We'll put that there. So they do see a doorway going in and out. Maybe they'll be able to come back, but I think 90 lizard men is definitely too many for them to fight. So, are they surprised? On a 1, they're surprised. They are not. Are the lizard men surprised on a 1 and 2? 1, they are surprised. Okay, so our guys can evade without a problem, and they're just going to scarp her off. So that's it for that day. Mark down food and water. They're getting dangerously close to the end of their food. They might have to head back. They only have 3 weeks. They've only been traveling for 5 days-ish. Alright. Okay, so next day they're going to roll to get lost. 2, they do get lost again. 1, they're going to go north this time. And roll for an encounter on a 4 to 6. No encounter. Do they find anything on a 1 to 2? They do not. Okay, so they're having a rough time actually like finding their way around. It's super dense jungle. They're having a hard time like really finding their bearings and going in the direction they want. But it's kind of to be expected. They have no map of this place. They're just kind of exploring. They have the general, direction that they're supposed to be going in. They know they're supposed to be going roughly southeast. All right, and I think that is going to be it for this session. They do have a location of somewhere they can explore later on. It might be interesting for them to go in. Maybe they'll have to come back and see. Maybe if the lizard men are gone, maybe they can go in and explore it a bit. But for now, they're going to have to settle down, and they are going to have to deal with everything that's going on. All right, and that's that. Okay, well, some excitement. They're just having a hard time finding this place. It's quite the expedition. They might have to try and head back to Kraska, the town that they found before, and reload on supplies and head back out here. We'll see how it goes. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you liked it, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think is going to happen. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. You can go ahead and watch some of my other videos, some of the non-actual play videos if you like. Or start this all off from the beginning if this is your first video seeing it. And I'm Tristan. Save a seat for me at your table.